Good morning and welcome to GrainTV. It's September 26, 2012. I'm Logan Burgess. To my right is Brock Shimano. Brock, let's jump into fire tip here, see what's going on in Chicago this morning. Right now we're looking at corn, soybeans, and wheat all trading down across the board. Soybeans the leader to the downside. A lot of things in the outside markets right now are moving things. If we take a look at the dollar index trading up about half a point here, another big move for the dollar index, now back above 80 there. Accordingly, we see oil trading down about $2 a barrel, now below 90. So some very interesting things shaping up in the outside markets. This morning there's a lot of news out of Spain that riots are spreading throughout Madrid as they're trying to pass austerity measures there. There's now concern, there's been ongoing concern that what we've seen develop in Greece could spread to Spain, Portugal, and Italy here in the coming months. That's certainly not good for the demand scenario here for commodities in general. Accordingly, they're backing off a little bit right now. Not a lot of fundamental news out as it pertains to the grains. Everyone's kind of looking for that Friday quarterly grain stocks number. Brock, we wanted to take a little bit of time right now to take a look at technicals that might be driving this trade. I know you looked at the corn chart. What's that kind of shaping up like right now?
Yeah, what we're looking at here is the December corn chart, a daily chart, candlestick. What we actually have drawn on here is some Fibonacci retracements of that large bull move that we had from late May, early June, all the way up until the end of August, early September. What we want to take a look at here is key levels that technicians are going to be watching as we move lower. What you can see is that we're just above the 38% retracement, about the 710 area is the 38% retracement of the Fibonacci's. We also are looking at support at about the $7 level on this December contract. You know, if we get a big move, a bearish report on Friday, we could move through these two levels, and it really opens up the downside to about 650 or so, where the 50% retracement is sitting. So that's a couple key areas. If you're long in the market right now, you might want to look at putting some stops around those areas.
Certainly.
Something to pay attention to as we move into Friday's report.
That's right, Brock. If we turn over here to November soybeans, kind of a similar story here. As you can see here, we have a trend line drawn around 1561 here from the lows that we printed back in August. That should provide support. We wanted to draw a Fibonacci retracement on here as well. You know, if you're using fire tip at home right now, it's very easy to do. Just click this button at the top here, click and hold where the move started, drag and release where the move ended at these highs here, and as you can see, fire tip automatically puts on these retracements. As Brock said, technical traders watch this very closely, and right now we're testing this 38% retracement here. If I zoom in a little bit, that 38% retracement's sitting around 1579 there. And as you can see, we're trading actually through it now, right now, or testing it as we speak right now. That's going to be important to watch here as the day goes on. We'll be tweeting about these technical levels all day long here on Twitter, at GrainTV is where you can find us. But as we said, Brock, Friday is going to be a big day in the grains here. We have quarterly grain stocks coming out. We have the small grain summary report where we're going to get a better idea of wheat production there. Can you kind of run through the stocks number we're kind of looking at?
Yeah, this is basically the average of the analyst guess, a Reuters poll that was taken earlier this week. You can see here that we're projecting quarterly grain stocks to be about 1.1 billion bushels for corn, soybeans about 131 million bushels, and wheat sitting at about 2.25 billion bushels. You know, these numbers, the corn number is a little bit lower than what the USDA was currently projecting in the September WASDE report. Soybeans is just about on par with what the USDA had. So any deviations from these numbers, we really could see a big move in the market on Friday.
That's right, Brock. You know, as we said, small grain summary is going to be coming out on Friday as well. If we kind of turn our attention to what we're looking at there, in terms of quarterly stocks of all wheat right now, we're looking for 2.27 billion bushels. If we break it down to the two largest varieties of wheat that will be reported in Friday's report, Chicago and Kansas City wheat, we're looking for about 432 million bushels of Chicago wheat there, 1.01 billion bushels of Kansas City wheat. Once again, these numbers came out of a Reuters poll here that they released recently, so that's kind of what the trade's expecting. These are numbers to keep on your horizon here as we move toward Friday. But obviously, like we said, not a lot of big fundamental drivers. Tomorrow we will be getting the export sales report tomorrow, so that should be moving the grains around a little bit, but kind of a lot of position evening as we approach that Friday report, Brock.
Yeah, it certainly is, Logan. I think what everyone's really going to be looking at is what has been done as it pertains to demand destruction. What are we going to see out of the feed usage for corn, for wheat? What are we going to see out of the ethanol production? Those are some of the big numbers that everyone's going to be keying in on Friday.
Certainly. We'll be reporting on that live Friday morning here when that report comes out, 7:30 Central Time. Thanks a lot for joining us on GrainTV for Wednesday morning. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow for the export sales report.